Okay, guys, so I want to walk us through a tool that I just built that is going to be publicly available for free. So using this, I was able to build a tool called iSAPT, which is Inegben Sales and Prospecting Tool. It's going to be for free. So just to cut out unnecessary expenses for those who do not really have that much of money to throw around, right? So let's get straight into it. So first, to do this, we need to install the application on our Chrome. It's a Chrome extension actually. So I'll put the folder and I will select this guy. This is the extension file. This is the code base for GitHub. So I'll just click on this guy and I will select open. So it will load the extension here now. So you can see it's gonna click on the company itself so that it can take us to the company page directly where we need to use this solution. Okay, so now we go to people section with this particular company as it were. So now we want to use our tool to harness whatever you're, if you're a business development specialist, probably you want to build your pipeline. I'm coming in from the product management perspective. Who wants to work with Discovered Me now? We've loaded everybody up, but it will be stress to be manually populating this contact into a spreadsheet, right? So therefore, I tried to use the Google what's it called now? I tried to use the Google Antigravity tool to build this tool that can help us cut out that stress process. So this tool actually integrates one API, which is the Apollo Data Enrichment API. But we'll get there soon. So I'll open my extension now. So it will load by the right hand side of my browser. Then you can see I have zero total leads, zero sales reports, zero converted, zero uncontacted. Let's come in here. So now we need to get these people into our prospecting tool. So I come in here, there's a function called harness. So once you click on harness, a pop-ups come here where you will see successfully harness 69 profile. That does not mean it will extract 69 contact details. We're telling that it was able to detect 69 profile tied back to discovered Mina. So when you click OK on this part, the lead part, so you will see it has now populated 30 leads, zero sales reports, zero converted, 30 uncontacted, which means out of the whole 64 plus, there's 69 that detected, the two detected on LinkedIn, just 30 are actively active on LinkedIn. So now when you click on, let's say we click on this first person, Laura Reid, right? And you will see that it gives you information here, just snippets of what was extracted from this person's profile, right? You see a LinkedIn URL. If you click on this guy to take you to this person's profile, right? So it gives you those basic data uh, and things that you need pertaining each of these contacts that was extracted. But what you don't have is that you don't have their main data that, so for example, if you just wanted to focus on um messaging them on LinkedIn, this is perfectly fine, right? So you can send them a message, then come in here and add a note that I messaged Laura on. You can add the dates XYZ, right? Then you can update this particular lead and you can change the status to contacted. Then if you come in here, you will see that this person is contacted and you can see your sales report has moved to 3%. Now let's take it a bit or a step forward. Now we need to get um Laura is a senior product talent partner at Discovered AI. So, which means Laura, you're the one responsible for hiring me that has not hired me yet. I created a flow. So if you check the tool here, you will see this um, sample response data for a CURL, a client URL, when an API is called as it were, that I fed to the Antigravity itself to develop different API flow. So you see this flow here I'm working on now. This one is for automatic email generation. So I want to put in um, AI capability that can help you generate emails to send to them. But I'm still working on that. But it's the fact that we can connect Apollo's API to my solution. So I'll just copy my API code so you can see copied success. You can, and I'll come in to the settings here and I will come here and paste my API key. I don't need to click save, it's an auto save solution. And I'll come back to my data tool here, and I can click on this same contact, right? And I can click on enrich data. What it will do now, it will automatically use that API key to check Apollo's database to see if Apollo has this particular person's contact, and it will feed. If it has, it will fetch the email and the phone number if it has. Those are the parameters I put in place. So now I click OK. Then we can see that on my right hand side here, it has pulled Laura's detail. Now, something perfect that I did that makes this solution perfect is that you can see email found is already ticked here as green. Now, if I come back to this profile, remember earlier we saw 64 people, we got 30 leads. Let's say Bethany at a point. So let's also want to enrich Bethany too. I'll just click on the same thing. It's a solution will of course pull the details, and I have that here. So let's say for example now if I go back here, I can see that if I scroll down, I can see email found here. Now I will just click on this external arrow here called dashboard, so it will open the dashboard for this extension. Now it is not a separate website, it's still on the extension, just an interface packed into the extension that lives in your browser. You're not loading extra data. So total leads extracted from discovered Mina page was 30. Now I have only contacted one person. Remember I said assuming I have contacted one person, I will enter the details here. So let's say I entered here that I messaged Laura on XYZ and I changed status to contacted. Hence the reason why we have this 3% here. So this is Bethany. So let's say I also want to contact Bethany. I've not contacted her here, but I this is a LinkedIn URL. Now this is the dashboard of solution. You click on it, right? And you can open it. Then it takes you to Bethany's profile. You can send her a DM and say, "Hi Bethany, I saw an opening." Hi. But assuming in this case scenario, I want to send her an email. I have her email now because remember the API connected, it fetched me her details. And let's say I've sent her an email, say I emailed Bethany, sorry, capital B, sorry, reggae on XYZ on the 123, right? I just add a note, and I would add a status to following up, which is I'm following her up so I can close this. If I go up, you see my sales report has changed to 7%. So it helps to track sales, not sales report as it were, sales effort. So what is sales effort? That's the metric I define for sales effort. So product let me not go into the con- whole context. So sales effort, the metrics I use in defining that is simply the amount of people you've reached out to divided by the total leads you have on your database. So it's telling you that the effort you've put into converting your 100% leads is just 7%, which means it is very poor. So for anybody who wants to actually up his or her game, that sales, prospecting, whatever it is you want to use this tool for, this sales effort helps you. If you've closed a particular client, let's say we've closed Laura, now we can put her as close to one, then we can update this. You will see that converted has moved to 1%, right? So it reduces your sales effort, but converted has moved up. So what this means is that sales effort only deals with all your unconverted leads that you are still in the process of. Once you've converted or closed the lead, it moves to converted, and that sticks there. Then you have one green there. Now, what's the extra advantage to this solution? Is that you see everything you have in here is not just sitting on this extension, as it were. You can also export this as a CSV. So you can see this icon here. You can export your data as a CSV file. You can see it's downloaded and you can open. So you would see that I can spread all of these guys out. So the two people email that I brought out is here. You can see their names and everything. So basically the tool is a free prospecting tool I just built, and I built it from scratch with AI. I used the Google Antigravity tool, which was released about 36, 24 to 36 hours a week ago. What should I use Google Antigravity to build? I was like, you know what? I would need this tool right now that I want to job hunt ahead of next year as a product manager. Let me build a prospecting tool for myself. And the same manner, I was like, okay, you know what? Salespeople who actually need it. I have worked as a business development person before, and also an enterprise key account manager. So I know the importance of prospecting tools. So I said, let me just create something that everybody in this space or who is job hunting can use it. Now, you cannot fetch emails if you don't have an Apollo account. So you need to create an Apollo account. When you create an Apollo account, you go to the developer.apollo.io/keys. You see, create your new API. You create your API. Don't tick any box. Just leave it as a master key API. Copy the API. Come to the solution. Go to the settings and paste your API here. Automatically to sync, it will start communicating with Apollo's data enrichment database, and every prospect that you are able to export in here, you're able to validate their details and you can reach out to them. If you are interested in using this tool and you want to use it, just either drop a comment or click on the link that will be attached to the description of this content and fill your details. I would per week I'll just send it as an email.